Hello guys, this is me and you're watching I Heart Movies. Okay, tonight we will all watch the 88th Academy Awards, the film award, and everyone's just like, what? So just to make things clear, the the Academy Awards are like the major film event in all the awards that are handed to everyone in the film business over the year. And actually, I can't really understand why, because, in my humble opinion, the Academy Award is a huge award, but totally overrated. Because if you look, for example, at the categories and the nominations and the nominees, you see that these films are really almost similar to each other. Why the Academy always chooses films that are based on social criticism or that deal with historical events. So, and these are basically the only films that ever get nominated, except for sometimes films that have extra special effects, visual effects. There you have also films that are different, but even this year's special visual effects category, yeah, we have, for example, Star Wars, which this new Star Wars film, Episode 7, they make a lot of references to the Nazi area and stuff like this. So again, we have a film that deals with social criticism. So I would like to say that the Academy Award is more or less a social criticism award, or a we are filming an historical event in the past award. Nonetheless, a lot of the films that are nominated are great. Yeah, I don't think that the films or the nominees here are the problem. The problem is more or less that the Academy only finds films suitable that are dealing with social criticism or history. And that's totally fine. I mean, an award can do that, but I think it kind of limits the choice of films for this award, and then I don't think it's justified that the Academy Award gets so much attention. But yeah, it is the way it is, and it will, I think, never probably change. And so, what can we do about it? Basically nothing, except for celebrating the Academy Awards for what they are, and to me, they are just another award in the history of awards, but also I think it's a major award because a lot of influential people from Hollywood actually voting for this, and I think that's worth mentioning. And yeah, but to me, I see the Academy. To me, the Academy Award is not the most important award, but yeah, that's just what I wanted to say to clarify things and to make my opinion clear. And now I give you my predictions for every category. Okay, here we go. For documentary feature, I think that it will come down to Carterland and Winter on Fire, Ukraine's Fight for Freedom. In the midst of all the recent events, I would think that one of these two films will definitely win. Documentary short subject, maybe it will be Last Day of Freedom, but it could be also maybe Shaw Beyond the Lines. I don't really know. I cannot really decide, because this is, I think, sometimes really random choices that they make. But yeah, I can't really predict these, I have to admit. Foreign language film, I think that it will come down to Son of Saul and A War. So yeah, I would really like to see Son of Saul win, but I think also the film from Denmark, War, will be a suitable choice for the Academy Award in that category. Okay, I have to turn my phone off. A friend from Madagascar is texting me, so I will turn this off right now so I can finish my video. Short film animated and short film live action. I believe that short film animated, World of Tomorrow will win, and short film live action, I think it could be Shock maybe. But with these two films, I'm also not really certain. yeah, that could be basically anything. I think that's really hard to decide, really hard to pick what they will take. So now we're coming to the more and more interesting categories. Maybe I will start with Best Picture. Okay, let's take the first things first, even if it's the last award that will be given to someone. But yeah, for Best Picture, I think we had like so so many good films in this category. Um, there is not really one film that I didn't like actually, but my guess is on The Revenant. Last year I thought, okay, with Mad Max, Fury Road, it's really hard to compete with that. But then in January, when I watched The Revenant, I was just so blown away by this movie. I think it's such a special film in every aspect. Everything is so planned out, everything is so well done, everything just lives from everything a film can give, yeah, to an audience. So they basically did such a good job, and I would really love if they would be rewarded for this with an Academy Award. Actually, I hope that Best Picture wins The Revenant, but I could also think about Mad Max to win the Best Picture. Actually, I think that it will, in a lot of categories, come down to The Revenant or Mad Max, because these two films are nominated the most. Like, The Revenant is nominated 12 times and Mad Max is nominated 10 times, and we had almost same situation with Gravity and American Hustle in 2014, and one of these two movies was the loser of the night. That was American Hustle, the other one was the winner, that was Gravity. And I believe that it will be almost the same thing with The Revenant and Mad Max this year. So if The Revenant doesn't win, I would think that in a lot of categories Mad Max will win. But you never know with the Academy, sometimes it's unpredictable. So, actor in a leading role. Obviously, my choice is Leonardo DiCaprio. I could definitely understand if the Academy would give the award to. Nope, I couldn't. I couldn't understand if the Academy gives the award to someone else except Leonardo DiCaprio, because he's just so exceptional. And I don't even think that this is his best work ever. Actually, he should have he should have got the Oscar several times before. Every time he was nominated. But yeah, I think nonetheless he did such a good job, and compared to the others, I think he's the best of them. And I would also predict maybe that as an alternative choice they would give the Oscar to Eddie Redmayne, because of the whole gender problem. The gender issue is really, really forced on the Academy in this year. So we have a lot of films that are nominated and that deal with gender issues, and that is really interesting. I think that we have a lot of motion pictures here that deal with this problem, or also with the gender roles of men and women. And yeah, there are several films that are so interesting and that deal with also sexual assault, stuff like this. Like you have Carol, you have The Danish Girl, you have Spotlight, you have Room, just to name a few. And I think that's a really interesting turn in. That's really actually a social criticism, or mixed with history, and that the Academy is now going into a different kind of direction, focusing also on this particular problem. And I like that, actually. I really do. I really do like that. So, actor in a leading role, I would love Leonardo to win his Oscar finally, but it could be also Eddie Redmayne, I think. Then actress in a leading role, oh, my bet is on Brie Larson. Not only because she won the Golden Globe, but because she was really good in Room. If you have not seen this film, please do see this film. She is exceptional, and so is her co actor, yeah, who plays the boy in the film. Really good film, really good film. And Brie Larson, she's just like so fascinating in this movie. Great job, great job. Actor in a supporting role. I would really love to see Tom Hardy win, but I think the Academy will give the Oscar to Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, wouldn't be my choice, but I could, yeah, I I think they would give it to him because I think, like, logically there is not, maybe not again, an opportunity for him to get nominated, and I think they will take in account all the other stuff that he did before, and based on that I think that he will get the Oscar, the Academy Award. But yeah, I would really love to see Tom Hardy win, actually, because I really loved him in The Revenant. He was so good, so good. So, actress in a supporting role, I hope Kate Winslet wins. Yeah, because I think she's one of the most amazing actresses that we have right now, and she did also a really good job in Steve Jobs. Job in Steve Jobs. Okay, I didn't make a joke, but I tried. Okay, but I would like her to win. Kate Winslet, she's awesome. She earns the Oscar, definitely. Animated feature film, I would say Inside Out, because it also addresses certain issues that we have to deal with in everyday world, and I think it's done in a really nice way for adults and for children at the same time. The Academy loves that, so I would say Inside Out will make the run. Cinematography, obviously The Revenant. This was so exceptional. The camera and all the other stuff, like oh my gosh, this was so good. They shot the movie just with natural light and using as less CGI and visual effects as possible, and that makes the film so realistic and natural and authentic, and they really should get the Oscar for this. They really should. Okay, costume design. I would say, okay, maybe also The Revenant, but I think the Academy likes, yeah, they are really loving a certain style of costume design, so I would say maybe they will give the Oscars to The Danish Girl also. That could be possible because they had really good costume design. That was really beautiful. The film also plays with a lot of colors that are mirrored in through the story. Like, for example, the house of the main protagonist is blue, and they wear a lot of blue clothes and stuff like this. And yeah, this was really good. So I would definitely understand if they give the Oscar for costume design to The Danish Girl, but I would also like to see The Revenant win, so it comes down to these two, I think. Directing, I know it is almost impossible that a film wins or a director wins an Oscar 2 times in a row, but I would love to see Alejandro González Iñárritu win The Revenant, the Oscar for directing for The Revenant, because in my opinion this film wouldn't be this special film if it wasn't for Iñárritu, and that's why I think he definitely earns this Oscar, especially because he shot this film under almost impossible circumstances and facing bad weather and all the other weather conditions, and also his actors. And I think for a director, he is the one who really has to keep all the stuff together and who has the story in his mind and has to visualize it via the camera and has to work with everything and considering everything. And in The Revenant you see that every shot is so well composed, everything is just like building up on the shot before and onto the next shot, and this is just so brilliant. And so what more can I say? Iñárritu should win the Oscar for The Revenant. If he doesn't win, I hope that George Miller takes home the Oscar for Mad Max, because he's badass in this film as a director. really badass. Film editing, I would also say The Revenant. Makeup and hairstyling, actually I was kind of surprised that they didn't nominate The Danish Girl. So I would say, okay, why didn't do this for The Danish Girl? That would be like, the film for this category. But okay, so I chose The Revenant, obviously. Because actually also of the makeup they did on Leonardo DiCaprio, all these grizzly bear wounds and stuff like this, that was, oh my gosh, so good. I mean, what did he say in an interview? It took like 5 hours just to get this done. What the fuck? Hell of a job. So congrats to the makeup artists and hairstyling team. They blew everyone, I think, away with this. Music original score. I hope The Hateful Eight wins because that would be awesome. Loved the music from this film. That was just like typical for a Tarantino film and so good. Really, really good. Really good. Okay. Music original song. I would like to see Lady Gaga win Till It Happens for the Academy Award for Till It Happens to You. Yeah, that I like the song. I don't know. I hope that Sam Smith doesn't win with Writings on the Wall because I think that's one of the. Sorry, I don't want to hate, but this is one of the worst James Bond songs of all time. When I listened to it like over and over again after I've watched the film, I kind of started to like it. It got better, but I expected something else. But that's the thing with expectations, right? It's never the way you expect things to turn out. So then production design. Ooh, this is a tough category because if the Academy appreciates all the effort that the team from The Revenant did, like they really built this fort, for example, and they had such real settings, and so if they take this into consideration and they say, okay, we really like this, then I would say The Revenant wins, or also Mad Max, because these two films are also shot at the real spots in nature, under weather circumstances and stuff like this. Taking all this into consideration, this is really hard for a camera team and for the film team to achieve and to manage, and for the production design to create. So I would say then one of these two films will win. But also The Danish Girl is very aesthetic, so that film would also get points for that, I think. But compared to Mad Max and The Revenant, I think it's yeah, it's so hard to compare films that are all in themselves so good. I hate this. Okay, but I think for The Martian, for example, it's harder for the actor to imagine all this production design, because you just have sometimes just tools to play around with, and everything else that is in the background that the audience see is not really there for the actor in the scene, so they just put it on green screen and then it's there, but before that nothing's there. So it takes a lot for the actor to imagine, but then again it's more about the actor, not about the production design. So I would give the Oscar again to The Revenant. Yep. Okay, what do we have left? Sound editing would say, oh, Mad Max was so good, but also The Revenant, loved it. Just loved it. How the music built up to a certain point, then letting us just see only pictures of nature, letting us alone with our thoughts, and the music was not too forced on us. It was really subtle. We could develop our own feelings, and sometimes I think in films the music projects feelings on us, and in this film it didn't. It definitely didn't. Sometimes the music was like going up and then you were still with the characters and what they're saying, and the music wasn't like just taking that away from you, but you were still concentrating. Sometimes you didn't even notice the music, I think. And I really like Church Dream. This is one of my favorite music pieces of all time. I just love it. If you haven't listened to this, listen to this. It's so good. Okay, visual effects. I would say Mad Max or The Martian, but I would like to see Mad Max win in this category, visual effects. I would love that. And then writing adapted screenplay and writing original screenplay. Yeah, so this is so hard. Um, maybe for adapted screenplay could be Carol, maybe, but I would say The Martian will win this. Yeah, I would say The Martian. And writing original screenplay, I really hope that Bridge of Spies wins. Bridge of Spies will I think also be a film that is so good, but won't win that much Oscars. But in this category, I would really like to see this film win because I really like this film. That was one of the best Steve Spielberg films I think of all time. Because he, in times like these, I think it's sometimes hard for a director to withstand the pressure of always going for the action. Yeah. So in a lot of films, you just have like short shots, shot after shot after shot, cut, 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 cut. But I think he also lets the actors play the entire scene, filming around them or filming with steady camera, so that they are really in the scene. And yeah, by doing that, he just like maybe slows down the pace of the action, but he lets the plot or the story speak for itself. And I think a lot of directors do not really take time to tell a story like in all of its aspects. And Bridge of Spies actually does that. Bridge of Spies tells the story. And for that, I think it earns the Oscar for writing original screenplay. Okay, that were my Oscar predictions for tonight. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, and this will be awesome. I will watch this online because I live in Germany, and we will have also like time difference and stuff like this, so I have to get up at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. in the morning, and I don't care because hell, I love to watch the Oscars. I so hope Leonardo DiCaprio wins. That would be so good. Yeah, kind of have a weak spot for him. I have to admit that. Okay, so I wish you all fun while watching, if you're watching. And if you're watching, if you have other predictions, please write a comment in the commentary section. And yeah, then we will see who is right, who is wrong. But in the end, I think getting nominated for an award like this is an honor in itself. So to me, every movie, every actor, every actress, every person there is already a winner. And also all the other amazing people who are out there doing film, trying to put their ideas on screen every day. I mean, everyone who does film with passion is obviously awesome person to me. Okay, that's it for now. I wish you all a good day. See you tomorrow on I Love Movie Monday. Bye!